Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to another stream. I hope everything is working. I think it does. Does it? I accidentally closed OBS. Yeah, that seems to work as far as I'm concerned. And today we are gonna finish up this surrealistic environmental concept arty painting. I don't think there's a lot to do here. I mean, we could detail this up even more, but you know me, I tend to have one point where I just decide that everything is pretty much done and then I move to the next painting. What I want to fix here is the tree in the foreground. I don't know if we want to add leaves and stuff like that. I'm almost on the position that we shouldn't do leaves. I'm not too sure. And there are a few other things that need fixing. I'd say let's just get started and see how we are doing. Yeah, that was bothering me. I think let's just get straight to the point, straight to the tree. I think this needs to be a bit lighter. Oh. Accidentally touched something. I need the other chop brush. Is that one? Yeah, I think that's the one I want to use. Where is it? And that's this one. I think it's that one I just accidentally hit the wrong key there. This bit too big. Still not sure about this trunk. Should be in darkness pretty much totally. And again, when I'm designing this tree here, I try to deliberately do a couple of mistakes. I just want to emphasize the surrealist nature of this thing. So what I'm doing here is almost like I'm treating this like muscle fiber or something like that, and the idea is that it has a certain uncanny feeling to it. I don't just want to copy a regular tree. And there seems to be a struggle throughout this whole piece that I need to balance the surrealist nature of the piece and my default more concept arty art style. But I think that makes this very interesting, and when you know a couple of my pieces, I guess you are pretty much aware that I do that all the time. I tend to go a bit into illustrative surrealist territory when I do concept artwork, and vice versa. I don't know, it's just a Phyrexis. If you know my other works, you can probably kind of get this. And since we had a lot of people coming into a really crazy rate yesterday, it was super awesome, then you perhaps are not familiar with the art stuff that I do. So if you have any questions regarding this, feel free to ask. Why is the stream in English, you might ask? This is because I upload all my my art videos on YouTube, and it's just a so much wider audience for the English-speaking countries that I decided to switch things, and I do all my retro stuff in German, as you know, but for the art stuff I stick to English. And it's a little bit of a German English I try to improve. I think that could almost be a meme, that I'm constantly apologizing for my bad English. And still, it's actually not that easy to draw at the same time and then say something meaningful in English. I try my very best. Let's keep it at that. So what do you say? Do we want to add leaves to the tree? I don't think so. I think it looks pretty good on its own. It doesn't really need leaves. I don't know, perhaps you are in another camp here. Big arm of the tree here in the background, maybe. I was thinking something like that. I'm sorry about those random pop-ups. There's something about the way I handle the wacom remote that constantly triggers it. So that would be a good question if I can turn off these windows in any meaningful way. Yeah. Today it is really crazy. But I do need to control the remote, so I don't know. I guess I'll be extra careful. Let's try to control that here. Dang it. Maybe if I grab it like that. Happened again. I don't know, I don't remember it to be that much of a problem in the last stream and all of the streams before. I have really no idea why this thing has something to do with there's no horn resting here, has it? No, nothing is happening. Don't know what is causing this. Now it is there again. Maybe if I switch off the remote. Okay, I can't work like this. I have no idea why this keeps triggering these info screens, and I don't see an option to turn them off, so I'm so sorry. I have no idea. This keeps happening. And now it happened even though I wasn't even touching the remote. Yeah, I'm very sorry, I'm experiencing a bit of technical issues here. I just want to finish this piece. Okay, I try to approach that from a different angle. I won't have these problems. Really got Google that. Okay. Dang it. Don't start. I don't need you. I think we're making progress here, despite the technical issues. We might need to get a little bit of light reflection in here. Let's see if we can maybe blend this a little bit. Did that solve our issues with the screens? I think it did. Very weird. No. Don't crash. Don't you dare. Come in here and clean up the edges a bit. How do we do that? Yes. With an oilish brush. And we can zoom in at this stage, maybe clean this up a bit more. As you can see, I'm working at a pretty high resolution on this one. It's because we are in detailing phase. And having a bit of extra resolution is a nice thing to have. Let's see. I mean, we do have a bit of light going on this side. Want to darken this down a little bit. Maybe we can use the chop brush here. And in case you're wondering why all this switching around with the brushes, I do want to have a bit of texture. But usually I do like 99% of my work with one brush. And this is the one you see here is the default Photoshop chop brush. And it works really, really nice in Clip Studio Paint. In case you're wondering, I'm using Clip Studio Paint here, and I'm very happy with that. I actually think if you are contemplating what graphics software to get, I can wholeheartedly recommend you Clip Studio Paint. I think it even is better for illustration purposes at this point than Photoshop. I mean, certainly it depends on your work style. This is why I said for illustrators, if you're doing photo work or even doing heavy photo bashing, I actually prefer to do this in Affinity and then bring things around here to Clip Studio Paint. Okay, it happened again. This was a tad much here for the separation. The music fits perfectly. Very relaxing, very calm. Yes, stream is usually supposed to. To include some darker bluish value here. I think that might be a good idea. It's a very subtle effect. I think I kind of like it. And I don't know who is here, but in case you're wondering, I will stream a bit of retro later on in German, as soon as we are finished. And with finished, I mean as soon as I have about 2 hours of work done. Usually that's my limit for how much I can concentrate. I did also do a couple of 3-hour streams, but I think 4 hours is max. And I think we might want to even start a new painting. It depends how good I can manage this one here. I do think we have, especially in this half, a bit too much contrast. So let me try one thing. We grab the chop brush and we grab a bit of this darkish brown color and just go over it slightly. You can get rid of a bit of this very dark shadow tones. And here we can even separate this out a bit more. Reidan, schönen guten Abend. I hope you're doing fine. Currently we're finishing off this surrealist landscape painting that was commissioned by Theros. The city in the background, should that be a necropolis? It almost looks like that. It has a bit of an like pyramid Mayan feeling to it. I kinda like that. I didn't really think about too much what it is supposed to be. Just went with what looked cool. But it certainly could be a necropole. You can see that. I do think we also need to get a bit of shadow color in this tree arm. I think that looks a lot better now. And this is the oldest trick in the book I'm using here. I'm just contrasting two colors and make one edge a bit lighter, and instantly it looks like a sort of glowing effect. It looks sharper. I just like this. I mean, you could argue that I overdo it, but guess I say it's my style then. I mean, if you are going for a bit more of a realistic look, you can use that as well, but tone it down a lot like I'm doing here. Like, it is showing through, but just barely. And you can also approach this from the other side and darken down edge here a bit. I don't know. Let's switch to an oil brush. Darken everything down a bit. I wanted to have the light color. I do want to include a bit of this greenish brown here as well. And let's see if we can do another trick. So I think no, I actually want to try something different. Let's see if we can add another tree arm here. Okay, I need to... Oh, sorry about that. I need to switch the whole thing around and have a close look when I view the whole thing at the other side. I don't like that this is like a straight line. Let's try something here. Let's copy this and try to wrap this around a bit. I do think that looks better. Let's get rid of... on second thought, let's just paint over this. Sometimes you need to approach the drawing from another perspective, and a very good way to do that is just to switch the sides. And usually, as when you are a right-hander, you have a tendency to approach curves in a certain way, and you unknowingly stick to it. And I can kind of avoid that if I just switch things around, and then I get both sides, I get good curves. And we need to darken this down a bit more here, did lighten it up, but it's a constant push and pull thing here. So, Raidan, if you're still here, sorry, I asked only now, but wasn't there a landscape painting like an abandoned computer center that you wanted me to draw? For all other people just coming in here, feel very welcome. Feel very welcome. I hope you're doing fine. In case you're with the retro crowd who rated me yesterday, let me just answer real quick the basic questions. What am I doing here? I'm painting a surrealistic landscape painting for Theros. With channel points you can buy these landscape painting. You just tell me what kind of landscape you want, and then I try my very best to paint it. And Theros did exactly that, and now I'm painting a bit of a surrealistic landscape. So the second question you might have is, why is this all in English? And the answer is, I do upload my art stuff on YouTube, and I do have a primarily international crowd there, so it wouldn't be advisable to stick to German there. But with my retro stuff, don't worry, this will pretty much always be in German. And I guess for the few English-speaking people, I do apologize for my bad English. I know my English is bad, but I try to be better with every stream. I hope I improve. Okay, and Bambi, hello! I can finally look over your shoulder live for a moment. That looks so good. English thanks to translation software. Okay. Yeah, you can also ask me in English, Bambi. In German. I'm very sorry. It's totally fine. Then I just read that and try to translate. And thank you that you think it looks good. I'm pretty happy with it overall. It has yeah, it has a nice depth, and I don't know why this is happening again and again. I really need to read into my wacom tablet. I'm pushing a button by accident. I have no idea which button and why this is happening. I think it's not on the remote. I think it's like beneath the remote, something like the edge of the tablet. I have no idea why this happened. But anyway, let's just continue. And with these reformations here, I also do want to include the same trick by just going through the edges. No, Media Monkey is blocking me. Continue. Okay. Like, go here, and we have like a pretty dark color, and it's already approaching a lighter color, but you can emphasize that effect by having an even brighter color as a contrast, and usually that looks pretty nice. It's perhaps an effect I try to overdo sometimes. No, I don't try to, I just overdo it sometimes. Let's leave it like that. And we can perhaps do another neat little trick, that is selecting a part of the image and then try to push it back in the background. And we do that by selecting the old soft ground brush and select the lighter color and push it back a little bit. As you can see, this part of the tree is now a bit more in the background, and now it looks a bit off. We can try to add another branch. Okay. Like that. This needs to be a bit thicker here. We can kill that. It's basically a constant push and pull. I always mention this, and even though sometimes you arrive at a stage like when I did the soft ground brush and you maybe like, oh, I don't think it looks that good, and maybe you're right, but I prefer to just continue building paint on it even if I paint it back to the original stage. What I don't like to do as much is to just use the undo button, as usually when you're constantly iterating on it, something of the color sticks on the canvas, which happens also in traditional oil painting works, and it leads to a much nicer image overall. So if you want one advice, it would be not to use the undo button as much. Sometimes you do have to use it. Sometimes I can tell that what I wanted to happen didn't happen, and it's okay. Thank usually it's a better idea to just iterate. And also what I wanted to mention with this painting, I'm going a bit for a surrealistic style. So with this tree, I don't try to do it like overly naturalistic. I do want to keep a bit of like an uneasiness, a bit of weirdness in it. And I do think we achieved most of this by having a bit of more of these tentacle-like tree branches. And Kibaya, nice to have you here also on stream. How are you doing? Has Tama finally finished your intro? I do think that looks pretty neat. Maybe we can have a little bit of the sky showing through. You're the last one. It's okay. So as soon as Tama has finished your intro video, we all expect a stream from you. Do you have any idea what you want to do? I'm just kidding. I know you're not that comfortable to stream yet, but I want to build up a bit of confidence in you. I just want to mention that a lot of people really like to see you go your first steps into Twitch territory. I'm also encouraging my girlfriend to do that, because she is very great with I don't even know the English word for this, like basteln and stuff like oh, I can't remember the word now. Anyway, maybe that would be her jam. I don't know, but she's shy. She doesn't want to. Get an even brighter color here. Sometimes we do still have a couple of artifacts here and there, but I don't really dig too much. I'm constantly switching it a bit around, working a bit here, a bit there. But I do think for the most part it is finished, right? I don't think we need to do a lot. It's all just about subtle here at this point. What are you writing? You want to play some RPG, JRPGs, MMOs, and creating things like Palmvilla. That sounds very cool. I'd say go for it. Or diamond painting with anime. I have no idea what this is. Maybe my girlfriend knows this. Let's keep it a bit more simple. Let's get the perspective grid. Maybe add short variations here. Doesn't have to be much. Here on the top. Yeah, a lot of big cities here in the sky in the background. And we can even do the same trick here. Want to push that back a bit, and the way we do that, you know, just gonna approach it with chop brush and push it a bit in the background. Could detail this for hours. It really is just fun and not much thinking at this point. What is really important, the actually brain requiring step, is the creation of the thumbnails. And diamond painting is like Mal nach Zahn. Okay, I can now see where you're going with this. That is also nice. I think a lot of people pick up painting in this a bit more meditative style, and this is totally cool. I think when you go for something realistic, if that's what you are approaching, and you don't get the results immediately, I think it's a good way actually to build up your confidence, and yeah, that is better. I do think it's better. But especially what I'm doing here, like paintings like these, Everybody can do those. What you need is just to invest some time. I mean, there's no way around that. But then again, I know that this is exactly the problem, right? I mean, we all have lives, we all have other things we are doing. So getting this time is not always so easy. I think I can tell you a little bit out of my own experience. How did I get the time to like improve and iterate on my paintings and stuff like that? The first thing is that you have to evaluate which of your hobbies and things you do over the day are actually important. Like, I think we all can agree, like going to the gym, very important. Binge watching Netflix, maybe not so much. I mean, it can be fun, and I don't want to say like evaluate all your things, like what is useful and what is not. How can I improve myself? I don't think that's the goal here. But it is nice to have a kind of priority, and if you have a priority down, it's much easier to focus on the things you want to improve. And the other thing that really helps me with that is just have a schedule. And if you're really serious about it, you might even get a notebook and write down your achievements there. You do have to do that in a structured manner. But I actually did that when I tried to learn guitar. I had like exercise, and every week I decide like this exercise I can do at this tempo, and next week I looked at the week before and say, oh, okay, now I improved. And this really builds your confidence, and it also gets you into a habit of practicing more. But then again, with all that being said, just don't overwork yourself. I mean, it's cool to do something like that. It's cool to be to learn new stuff and to improve. But at the end of the day, live your life. This is the most important thing, and try to have fun with what you're doing. Don't compare yourself to others. This is again one error I made very early on. I try to compare constantly my works against the best of the best, like you see on the internet. I mean, still, I can't shake that off completely. Like, if I'm watching Feng Zhu, yeah, it's like 99% of the time I'm watching him to learn new stuff and get feedback. But I would be lying if I just said 1% of the time, okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong, this isn't really working. But these thoughts, they lead to nothing. You shouldn't indulge in this. Just work at your own pace, and you will better, I promise. And Google, I'm not talking to you. Oh man. Google is constantly plopping up again. Let's zoom in a bit here, because I think this is a bit weird, this spot. Let's get the oil brush. I think part of the reason why people are so obsessed with comparing themselves to others is that our brain is actually very bad at evaluating progress. Like you can work a whole weekend and you like let's say for example the guitar. I would have these training sessions where I would play the whole weekend and try to improve my fingerwork, and at the next day I just didn't notice any significant improvements. And then I would watch somebody from a band and he would play and it all looked so easy and I was why isn't this working? Yeah. But the thing is, as soon as you take a methodical approach to that and like track your progresses, they become visible. And you have to do that in a very like almost abstract, almost statistical way. And yeah, that kind of worked for me. I don't think if that would work for everybody, but pretty sure. And again, maybe I go to something a bit more on the art side here. If you're doing detail work like that, like I'm currently doing now, you can basically just color pick all the colors that are already here. I try to avoid getting into here and like take a deeper shadow, as this usually leads to this area looking quite okay. And then I compare to the whole image and then it looks too dark. So you can see even here, I think this might be a tad dark. I can come into here and use a bit of the other colors. You might even blend that a bit. Get a painterly blender. Oh, ah. I need to match that down though, otherwise the blender isn't working. And what we can do here is also go to the chop brush and lighten up the gradation line here a bit more. More light. I think this is too bright now. I think that would work. To emphasize this a bit more, I don't think. It looks pretty nice already. And I think another insight that I gained from painting quite a lot is if you do anything, just paint in grays and browns when you're doing color work, like 99% of the time. Like look, for example, I have this whole vibrant image, right? And look what I'm painting here with. Like this is a complete gray, yes? This here, I mean, it's a bit blue. Like look at how vibrant blue this background mountain looks. But it's actually almost like a gray with a little bit of blue mixed in. And I mean, you can see it here as well. Look at the little dot here. All of the colors, they're all very, very gray. Right? Like even like this greenish tone, like this is really standing out now. And it's barely halfway to saturation. And what you can do if you want, I mean, I'm not going to here in this image, but you can then go like really, really intensive on one area that you want to highlight. I guess this should be a bit lighter, so like that. And this will then really stand out a lot. Look at that. It really now is a very vibrant point. You can do this with other areas you want to emphasize as well. I don't think I need this. I think this works very harmoniously like it is. We could do that if we want to. Ultimately, everything is an artistic choice and you don't have to do that if you don't want. What you want to avoid is to get into this like super detailing and very high contrast thing that I showed here before you are done with the image at this level, right? You want to increment in very, very little details, and then usually what happens to me is that I'm already at a level I'm very happy and I don't even need to have like total saturation. Another color that is a bit less used than I think it should probably is like the whole purple section. You can create so great like dark tones with just mixing a bit of purple in it. And why does this work so well? There's actually a physical explanation for it. I don't think this is too dark here. Shouldn't have done that. Because this is mid-ground and could be separated. Shouldn't have the same dark color as the foreground. If you try to do what I was about to do, you end up with a mid-ground which isn't separated from the foreground, and this is a bad call again. Yeah, but again, to the physical reason why purple dark colors like shadows, why they work so good, is because the sun actually is like at an orangey wavelength, right? I mean, probably I'm not really sure if that's like the physical explanation, and even there's the ozone layer and stuff like that. But if you look at a photograph, sun most likely is yellowish and orangey, right? And if you have like, look at here at the color circle, you have a very bright red light, then it should, in theory, be a purple shadow tone, right? Because they're complementary colors. That's how shadows and light work. This is why purple is so nice. And most people, when they draw shadows, right? I mean, even here I did that a bit. And then I tried to correct it a bit more. But actually this isn't such a good shadow tone, because what I did here is actually I pushed that in the, I don't know. I guess it depends a bit. This color is much better as this approaches the bluish tones. But what you don't want to do is start like with the mid color here and then just go way up here without changing this at all. It's a bad call. Usually you pick your mid-tone color and then go like something like that for the shadow tones. Okay, I hope that was at least a little bit helpful. I could make myself understand. I think I was a bit too excited to share with you this knowledge. Gaming Hamster, you just wanted to say hi. Hi, nice to have you here on the stream. I hope you are doing fine. If you're here just for no, let me paraphrase that. If you're also here for retro content, I will stream a bit of retro later on. I will take a short break, maybe get some breath also, and then we will do more of a laid-back stream, I guess. Just want to play a bit of the campaign from Heroes of Might and Magic. So just wanted to say that. Nice, you will come back. You just had around 30 grams of ice cream. That's nice. Oh, I would fancy some ice cream myself. Yeah, we can eat some ice cream, maybe in the break. My girlfriend is looking at me with those bright white open eyes. She's really happy because usually I'm not that big on ice cream. It's just something I know isn't that good for my health, and I can easily say, no, I don't need to. With other things, I'm having a much harder time. I talked about this on the stream a couple of times already, like, for example, there was this one time where I tried to go full vegan for like 2 months or something like that, and this was a disaster. I was so unhappy. I got into a rage real fast. Thankfully, yeah, thankfully I realized that, and then I just said, okay, I tried it. It wasn't happening. And you will come back for retro, still tired and kind of want to lie down a bit. No problem. Thanks for checking by though. That was really nice. Okay, let's see. What do we want to improve? see, just into bad coal. Let's separate this out a bit more. Trying to find some areas that need a bit of work, but I think for the most part, I think this image might already be done. Would be a bit of more of a realistic rendering. I might go in for some little lights in here as well. Maybe I can do that just occasionally. Brush I'm looking for. I don't know, I'm just looking for something a bit more subtle. These are not the brushes I'm looking for. Yeah, I think something like that could work. Oh, it's giving me the wrong vibes. I need to switch it out. Yeah, that's good. I think we should switch the image around. Look where we can improve a couple of things there. This doesn't make too much sense. I would imagine that there's maybe another tree in the background, but I don't know, I kind of like this texture here and I want to keep it. There's some hammering going on. I do think I want to those ups a bit more. Crisp. I think I need to push that back. I have to be careful not to overdo it here with the highlights. But for the most part, again, looks passable. Let's switch to the other chop brush. A couple of details here. this looks nice. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. That looks pretty cool. Switch the whole thing around again. You need some perspective help here. Actually doing a pretty massive change here. I think having a round shape here would be beneficial. And again, we do want to play a bit around with the textures here and with the forms. I don't think we did enough of this. Some of the forms are pretty basic. Some work well, some don't. What I don't like about all of these shapes is that they are pretty much exactly the same length. Which is always something you try to avoid. I also want to emphasize the edge changes a bit more. Yeah. You do any hammering? Okay. I just wondered what that noise was. And again, I don't have too much to tell you here, it's just having fun with the trees and pushing and pulling, and again treating the image like almost an abstract painting. Usually when I do that, to get the best results. You want to think about shapes and forms, you don't want to think about the literal elements that you are describing. Because you did that in the first place, you did that when you worked on the company and detailed out the company. I think those are the hardest parts, and this here is just having fun. Don't like this area here. I feel like we can do a better job with the separation. Almost did it. I think if anything we want to criticize about the piece is that again using a bit too much of the really sharp corners. I just like to do that, and it's a bit my style, but then I do want to have a couple of areas where everything is a bit smoother, where the edges flow into each other. Don't think I did the best job here. So I guess let's grab the knife. And again, I'm looking purely for texture here. And in case you're wondering, when you are going a bit for a bit more realistic rendering as opposed to the surrealistic one, you yes kind of want to avoid what I did here. Like we have this greenish thing, and the purple shadow tones are okay, but we also have warm shadow tones in red. And I think this creates a very ominous atmosphere I think for this piece it works perfectly well. But for other ones, if you're going for a more realistic rendering, you want to stay away from that. You can have warm shadow tones, but then the light has to match. It has to be a kind of bluish light. And we don't have that here. And also what I see a lot of newcomers have problems with is that they just want to use either a positive or a negative when drawing details. For example, look at this thing here. I mean, I could try to work with the positive and come in here with all the green tones and a little bit of the ochre and stuff like that and try to make that work. But then what I can also do is think of this piece as a negative. Grab the dark separating gray tone and then just erase out what I don't like and just get left with what I want, and I can constantly flip back and forth with this until I have something I really like. Actually also a good tip to use in your own drawings. And I think we can separate out this even more here, at least in this area, I feel. Yeah, I want to have that contrast from the foreground to the midground emphasized a bit more. We can push that one down a bit. I find this brush especially useful for drawing grass. I actually created this myself. It's just a usual chalk brush with a bit of, as you can see here, a bit of a rotation variation going on. And this really helped you to paint grass structures like that. Have a couple of photo bash irregularities that I would love to get rid of. Don't think I can catch all of them. Okay, let's go for the painterly blender then. Try to look for those areas. So we can blend this grassy one a bit more.
If you've never built or launched your own rocket, then a whole new world of excitement awaits you.
Yeah, this looks nice. I don't think that we need to do a lot. I think I will leave that like this. Need to come into here and add too much detail. Okay, what do you say? Are there some areas that look very bad that we need to fix? Actually, don't think so. I think we're done. Okay, this one here. Okay, I need to get rid of this. Good thing I checked the whole image again. Don't know what happened there, but it looks very bad. Okay, this is much better. yeah, I think we're done. And for the next painting, I do have a couple of let me paint a landscape but with no description. So first of all, I either need the people who ordered this to give me a bit of a prompt to work on. Otherwise, I just start a new painting. And I promised you to work with Blender, and we might even have a chance to do that on Friday, next Friday, as I do have some plans with my girlfriend, so I won't stream most likely I won't stream on Saturday and Sunday. I mean, if we got like really bad weather, there might be a change, but I'm pretty sure that I won't stream. So yeah, we will see each other then again on next Friday, if we are here purely for the art. And for retro stuff, I do think that I will stream on Monday. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to experiment a bit with other forms. But again, if you need a bit more specific information about that, just go on my Discord and there you will find everything in detail when I stream, when I don't. I'm actually looking quite forward to the Blender stream, as yeah, I'm also pretty good with 3D software. With Blender, I did mostly animation stuff, but now we will look at a full 3D workflow. So yeah, really looking forward to this. I hope this will turn out cool. So, as a bit of an appetizer, what we are gonna do with the Blender piece, I can show you the thumbnail that we are working on. Most of you... Oh, I just hit save. I don't think the crashed. Let's look at the thumbnails then. Where are they? Why can't I find them? Just a moment. Bambi Forest, good evening, and the music is great for your own work. Housework, for example. Thank you. I'm glad you like the work. We have a couple of smooth jazz numbers here, I think. This is the one I did for the Kellerabend Limo-Konferenz. Love it. Got a nice chill vibe. Every time I compose jazz, it turns out to be a bit more pop than jazz. That's okay. We did have a couple of other tracks that went done by me. Yeah. For the most part, I think we heard music from. So, like promised, let's look at the thumbnails. Surreal thumbnail. No, I think these are the one that we did for this image actually. And you can see I did a couple of thumbnails, and first picked this one, and this became this. Like, did a couple of changes, but yeah, the vibe is still there. Not what I wanted to show. Where are the other thumbs? I think it's loaded. Oh no, it's taking a long time to load. That means I recorded. These are also nice thumbnails. I think especially number 5 is very cool. It's not the ones that I'm looking for. Dang it. Okay, like, I think these are the thumbnails I meant. And we did already do 6, 3, and 9. I can't find the image with the other ones. I don't know, I just lost it. And what I want to do is work on number 7. Because number 7 has this very sharp perspective going on. And I modeled already a part of a crane in Blender. And we might be able to see that as well, and I can show you. And we will continue with that and get the bridge in an even more steampunk flavor. Let's see, where do I have that? Blender, where are you? Right here. Actually switched to another Blender version, so I hope I find the thing I'm looking for. Files. And let's hit modified to skip crane. I think crane is the one we want to look at. Yeah, this is it. So here I have a couple of references, and I didn't do anything with the materials. I hope you can see the whole thing, as the screen is probably a bit skewed for my usual drawing process. But yeah, this will be the train, at least the train engine. And we still have a couple of things to do. As you can see here, this is also a bit of a kit bash. I did use prefabricated objects quite a bit. When I used those, they were all CC0, so we're on the on the safe side here. I have to do this side. I haven't done the other side, but yeah, looks pretty cool. And I also have found a way to manipulate. Let's open this as well. I don't know if you're that interested, but I'm gonna tell you either way. I just experimented with geometry nodes, and what I did here was to create a spline that automatically follows train tracks. So I think that's pretty neat. I mean, obviously I have to put in some work and replace that with real railway tracks as opposed to just like cylinders and boxes. But still, yeah. We will work with that. Okay. And I'm sorry if you were a bit bored with all the Blender stuff, but then you will be even more bored when I do that on Friday. Maybe you are interested, then I will tell you a couple of things about Blender and 3D modeling, and actually how you can incorporate the 3D stuff in your 2D paintings, which is something that I will be doing. We won't do like a complete finished rendering, we just use 3D to get a nice background in a way, a nice thing to paint over. Yeah, basically we will paint over the thing. Okay, so I call that one finished. We are nearing the 2-hour marks. I think I can just leave the stream be for now, and I will come back in just 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, I'm not sure. I'm not really hungry, maybe even earlier. And then we will continue in German with some retro games. I do think I will go with Heroes of Might and Magic 2 and continue the campaign, so it will be a bit more on the relaxed side, but still, if you have any wishes and want to be there, that would be fine. Again, if you're just here for the art, next Friday is the time. And now I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'm hitting the pause button. I'm just hitting the pause button, and in 5 minutes I will be back. Okay, take good care, wish you very well, wish you all the best. Until later. Goodbye.